what the Navy encountered in the Pacific Ocean will leave you shocked. Mythical monsters, gigantic sea beasts, and terrifying creatures. 4 years ago, on a cloudy day, two fishermen were out near Ensenada when they were shocked to see a strange creature rising from the sea. Before they could capture it clearly on camera, it slipped back beneath the water, revealing only its scaly black back. It looked like the back of a crocodile, but crocodiles are not usually found in these waters, and this thing was massive. When the footage was posted online, it sparked a lot of speculation. Many people claimed it was the Leviathan, a mythological sea monster said to appear before an impending apocalypse. Frightening sea encounter. Near the Santa Monica coast in California, 3 naval guards and an electrical engineer were heading into the ocean to repair an internet cable when they encountered strange creatures that suddenly appeared out of the sea and leapt at their boat. The creatures had slimy, grayish bodies with sharp teeth, and the most mysterious part was that they had no visible eyes. They had human-like hands, a fish-like tail, and a ridge along their backs. The group thought they might be mermaids and called for backup, but before help arrived, the creatures vanished into the depths of the sea and were never seen again. No one knows what those creatures were.
They're coming up. Back up.
Bakunawa. A cargo ship crew was caught in a violent sea storm near the Philippines when they encountered something terrifying. A massive creature suddenly rose from the waves, but before they could properly film it, it slipped back beneath the surface. Only its enormous, shadowy body was captured on camera as it disappeared into the dark depths. Later, the crew said the creature looked like Bakunawa, a mythological sea serpent said to live in the deep and be responsible for powerful sea storms. Strange sea creature.
Oh my god, it's right there. Jesus.
One night, a group of professional fishermen was working near the Puerto Vallarta coast in Mexico when they suddenly felt something hit their boat from below. In the middle of the dark sea, with no land in sight, fear began to creep in. Moments later, a terrifying creature rose from the water and came close to their boat. It was pure white, with an elongated mouth filled with hundreds of tiny, sharp teeth. Its milky white eyes made it look even more disturbing. In their 20 years of fishing, they had never seen anything like it. The creature slowly opened its mouth wide, and the video cut off, leaving everyone who watched it wondering what that thing was, and what happened to the fishermen next.
It's going on.
Giant sea creatures. There had been reports of a giant monster near Westport, Washington, so naval forces were sent to capture it. But when they reached the area, they were stunned to see enormous shapes floating in the water. At first, they spotted a massive whale. Then they noticed something far more unsettling, a huge serpent-like creature. As soon as it seemed to sense their presence, it slipped into the depths of the sea, leaving only its grayish-black back visible from the sky. When the video of this encounter spread online, many viewers dismissed it as nothing more than artificial intelligence. Unknown sea monster. A woman was visiting a beach in Venice, Los Angeles, when she noticed something strange floating in the water. Far in the sea, a long, massive shape was gliding across the surface and going behind a nearby island like a giant sea serpent. Shaken, she quickly pulled out her camera and began to record. When she asked a local about it, he was just as confused. He had never seen anything like it in those waters before. To this day, no one knows what she captured on camera. Maybe a sea monster might be lurking in the depths below. Gigantic sea serpent. Day by day, the ocean reveals secrets far beyond human understanding, and this was one of them. A man was boating near the Fort Bragg coast in California when he saw a sea creature so unsettling it made his skin crawl. It floated on the surface of the water with a gigantic head, a long, snake-like body, and a sharp, pointed mouth unlike any known sea animal. The man believed he had seen Jormungandr, the legendary sea serpent of myth. Megalodon. Recently, a chilling moment was caught on camera at Panama Lake. A huge dark fin crashed through the water near the gates, towering above the surface. No one saw the creature's full body, but that single dorsal fin was enough to send shivers down everyone's spine. Marine biologists are still searching for answers. Some believe it could be a megalodon, an ancient sea monster thought to be long extinct. Ogopogo. Tourists were enjoying a calm boat ride in the Pacific Ocean when they noticed something strange floating in the water. It was enormous, black, with a long neck and a snake-like body. Curious and a little afraid, they quickly pulled out their phones to record it. But before they could capture it clearly, the creature slipped back beneath the water. Terrified, the tourists were convinced they had just seen a monster. When they later asked the locals about it, they were told it might have been Ogopogo, a mythical water-dwelling creature from Canadian folklore. Godzilla. You've probably heard stories about Godzilla, and this clip might be proof that it's real. A marine helicopter was flying over the Coral Sea when the pilot spotted something strange in the water. A dark, jagged ridge was cutting through the waves. Whatever it was moved fast. It was massive and was slicing through the sea before vanishing into the depths. The pilot was scared because until that moment, he had only ever seen this creature in movies. Now it seemed to be right beneath him in the ocean. When he reported it, search teams swept the area, but they found nothing. Megalodon. A team of Navy guards was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean when they saw something strange. A huge dorsal fin was cutting through the water just beside their ship. It was black, solid, and moved with frightening power. The guards were shocked. They were sure it had to be a megalodon, a rare and ancient species of shark. But the creature never jumped out of the water, and they could not see its full body. So no one could say for sure whether it was really a shark or some unknown sea monster. Bizarre sea creature. A Coast Guard was boating near ocean shores in Washington when he felt something move in the water. Out of fear, he quickly turned on his camera to record it. The creature had 3 scaly ridges running along its back. Suddenly, it lifted its head out of the water, and the sight was disturbing. Its mouth was filled with strong, sharp teeth, and its nostrils were unusually large. He had never seen anything like it in the sea before. He recorded the entire encounter and later shared the video on Instagram. One commenter suggested it might be a leatherback turtle, a species known for its leathery black back instead of a hard shell, with raised ridges running down its spine. But many viewers weren't so sure, and the creature's true identity remains a mystery.
That is a dinosaur.
Right on him.
Unidentified sea carcass. People were out for a morning walk on Carmel Beach in California when they spotted a strange creature washed ashore. It looked like no known sea animal. Its eyes were a bright cyan, its upper body a dark gray with a fish-like tail, and its underside was pure white. Its mouth was filled with thousands of tiny, razor-sharp teeth. The shocked onlookers called the authorities, who quickly removed the carcass from the beach. But even they could not say what the creature was, and to this day, its true identity remains a mystery. Mutated sea creature. On the 15th of June 2023, a naval guard was on duty near Osaka Bay, Japan, when something strange rose from the water and caught his eye. The creature looked like a mix between a duck and a seal. It had a duck-like beak, but its body didn't resemble any duck at all. Instead, it was smooth and seal-like, with fins and a long, sleek tail that glided just beneath the surface. When the video of the encounter was shared online, most viewers quickly dismissed it as nothing more than a hoax. Mermaid. On the 7th of November, 2014, locals near the coast of Jamaica spotted something strange in the water and called the authorities. A scuba diver pulled the creature to shore. It looked like a young woman with a dark complexion and long hair, but instead of legs, it had a scaly, fish-like tail. People on the beach were convinced they had just seen a mermaid. Authorities took the body to a lab for testing, but no report was ever released about what the creature was and what happened to it next. elephant fish. Near Newport, Oregon, a Navy guard was swimming when he saw a bizarre-looking creature floating in the sea. The creature had a brown body, round black eyes, and an elongated head. Only the upper part of its body was visible above the water. Out of curiosity, the guard searched online and discovered that it was an elephant fish. They are known for their peculiar trunk-like snout, which they use to detect prey buried in the sand. They are usually silvery gray in color and can grow up to 1.5 meters long. Giant sea creature. A group of Navy officers was flying over Acapulco, Mexico, when they spotted a strange creature floating in the Pacific Ocean. It was pitch black, with 6 long tentacles covered in small white openings. Its head was large and round, and it seemed to stare directly at their helicopter, as if it could pull them down into the sea at any moment. The creature looked like a giant octopus, but far more unsettling. Its appearance left the officers wondering what else might be hiding in the deep. How many secrets of the ocean are still unknown to us, waiting in the depths below? Shellbearer. On the 15th of October 2024, an oceanographer set out to sea to film marine life. He was just about to dive into the water when a strange figure emerged, standing on the shell of a giant sea turtle. The figure had a pale face, blue legs, a long beard, and crab-like hands. He recognized it as the Shellbearer, a legendary man said to roam the oceans on the back of a sea turtle. But when he shared the clip on Instagram, most people dismissed it as a video edited with the help of AI. Mermaid-like creature. On a routine day in Taiwan, a group of Navy guards was patrolling the coast when they spotted something bizarre floating in the sea. Curious, they quickly pulled out their phones to record it, because they had never seen anything like it before. The creature had a bald head, 2 large fins, and a long tail, almost like a mermaid. Later, they posted the video on Instagram. Some people in the comments said it might be a squid or some kind of octopus, but no one really knows for sure. What do you think it was? Giant octopus. I believe you've never seen a creature this massive. Back in 2023, a Navy helicopter was patrolling over the Pacific Ocean near Astoria, Oregon, when the pilot spotted something strange floating in the water. It had long tentacles covered in hundreds of tiny pores, a bulbous head, and large, bulging eyes. Its skin was a mix of brown and gray, and it looked like some kind of octopus, but far larger than any known species. The footage quickly spread online, sparking intense debate. Many began to question the authorities, wondering what else might be hiding in the ocean, and why the truth is being kept from the public. Unidentified sea creature. A fisherman was out near Long Beach in Washington when he stumbled upon a strange creature floating in the water. It had a long, alligator-like head with bulging eyes and 2 fins that helped it stay afloat. But unlike an alligator, this creature didn't have a scaly, reptile-like body. Instead, it had a slender, grayish form and a fish-like tail. Confused, the fisherman shared the footage with one of his friends, a senior fisherman with decades of experience. But even he was left baffled. To this day, no one knows for sure what the creature was. Loch Ness Monster.
Christ.
On a cloudy morning in Invergary, Scotland, a man went out for some fresh air near Loch Ness. As he gazed at the water, he noticed something strange floating on the surface. A dark, snake-like head slowly rose from the lake, but he was standing too far away for his camera to capture it clearly. In the video, only a dark shape can be seen. Still, the man was certain of what he saw. The Loch Ness Monster, the legendary water serpent from Scottish folklore that he had heard so many rumors about. Mutated mermaid. A man took his small boat out into the sea near Peru, South America, when he filmed a creature that left the viewers stunned. A pale figure was floating just below the surface. Its body looked round and rubbery, and its face was odd, with no sign of eyes. Swollen folds of pale skin wrapped around its head. It didn't move, didn't react. It just stayed there, as if it were sensing it without eyes. People online claimed it might be a mutated mermaid, but no one really knows what it was. What do you think he saw that day? Ningen. During a routine maritime patrol off the northwest Pacific coast of Colombia, officers spotted something terrifying rising from the water. A tall, black, human-shaped figure slowly emerged from the surface and stayed there for a few seconds. Its head was oddly shaped, and then it suddenly turned and stared straight into the camera, almost as if it was warning them not to film it. Later, people claimed the creature was Ningen, a mysterious, human-like sea being said to live in the deep ocean. Cetus underwater. On a sunny day, a sailor was sailing across the Pacific Ocean when he spotted something unbelievable in the water. A strange creature was gliding alongside his vessel at high speed, almost completely submerged. On camera, he could see only the violent splashes and a pale white head just beneath the surface. As the creature followed the boat, he thought he had just seen the real Cetus because he had heard stories about this mythical sea monster. Pod of mermaids. For 3 days, naval guards had been noticing strange movements in the waters of San Diego, California. One day, while scanning the sea with drones, they finally saw what was causing it, and the sight stunned them. Hundreds of shadowy figures were racing through the water at incredible speed. At first, they assumed it was a group of sea lions, but sea lions are rarely seen in that area. Then a chilling thought came to their minds. Could these be mermaids? Because a mermaid carcass had recently been found inside a shark that washed ashore? Walrus. A Navy guard was patrolling a restricted naval zone in Guam, Mariana Islands, when he noticed something strange on the beach. A creature was dragging itself out of the water, half submerged and breathing heavily, as if it was struggling to move. It had sunken eyes and a brown, fleshy body that he couldn't recognize. Curious, he recorded a video and showed it to his superior, who suggested it might be a walrus, but even he was not convinced. Mermaid or manatee? A man was driving along Big Sur in California when he noticed something strange in the water. Far out at sea, a dark head with long, hair-like strands slowly rose from the surface and stayed there. Then, in an instant, it slipped back, and a fish-like tail flicked out of the water before disappearing into the depths. Terrified, the man thought he had just seen a mermaid. He recorded the sighting and later showed the video to naval authorities. They didn't confirm his claim and suggested it might have been a manatee. Lake Mystery. On the 27th of March, 2023, a tourist was visiting Okanagan Lake in Canada when they saw something strange. A long, dark shape slid just beneath the surface of the water and then vanished. Locals said it might be Ogopogo, the lake monster that has been rumored to live there for centuries. In the video, only a tail can be seen. The rest of its body is hidden. It could be the first real sighting of Ogopogo, but nothing can be said for sure. Giant octopus.
Damn, look at that dude's crazy. Whoa.
One Sunday, a group of Navy guards was fishing in the Pacific Ocean when something impossible happened. Out of nowhere, a strange creature appeared inside their boat. It was reddish-orange, with a swollen, bulb-shaped head, 2 sunken eyes, and 8 long tentacles that it used to drag itself slowly across the deck. Shocked and unsure what to do, the guards quickly opened the gate of the boat and watched as the creature slipped back into the sea. Later, when they searched online and spoke to experts, they discovered that the creature was a giant Pacific octopus, one of the largest and most mysterious octopus species in the world.
That thing is huge.
Strange fish. On the 15th of December 27, a scuba diver was about to jump into the water when he noticed something strange just beneath the surface. He hit record. A bizarre creature drifted into view. Its head looked like a mix between a snake and a lizard, with 2 bulging eyes and a narrow mouth lined with countless tiny, razor-sharp teeth. Its body, however, was sleek, shiny, and covered in scales like a fish. It didn't look like anything he had ever seen before. Confused, the diver let the creature disappear back into the deep water. If you have any idea what this might be, let me know in the comments below. Bigfin squid. Responding to strange signals on their sonar, a team of Navy guards ventured into the dark waters of the Philippine Sea. In the depths, something bizarre was floating motionless. It had 8 long, trailing appendages, a reddish-pink body, and wide, sail-like fins around it. For a moment, everyone thought they had discovered an unknown sea monster, but the marine biologist on board studied it closely and identified it as a big fin squid, a rare inhabitant of the sea. Pink water monster. A Navy officer was waiting on a dock for his boat when he noticed something strange flapping its tail on the wooden planks. The creature's body was a mix of green and pink, with rough scales running down its back. Its face was distorted, and its head was unusually large. Before he could get closer, the creature twisted its body and suddenly leapt into the water, disappearing beneath the surface. Later, when he told the locals what he had seen, they said it might have been a siren. They, too, had witnessed strange, mermaid-like figures in those waters before. When the officer reported the incident to his superiors, they sent a team to search the area, but they found nothing. The creature was gone, as if it had never been there at all. Chessie. Just a year ago, on the Chesapeake Bay, a fisherman captured something strange on camera. In the deep, murky water, a huge, slimy shape was rippling beneath the surface. It splashed the water as if it knew it was being filmed, then slipped back into the depths before revealing its full body. The creature had a fish-like tail, but what set it apart was its long, serpent-like body. Terrified by what he had seen, the man wondered if he had just encountered Chessie, the legendary water creature said to haunt the Chesapeake Bay. Underwater alien.
Alienígena, velho.
On the 18th of June, 2025, a man was fishing in the Tasman Sea when he felt something strange moving in the water. The creature had a bulbous head, bulging eyes, and odd appendages that looked like legs. The man was convinced he had seen an underwater alien, but when he shared the clip online, most viewers dismissed it as nothing more than a sea plant, accusing him of misleading people just to gain views.
Tá respirando embaixo d'água.
Transparent sea creature. On a sunny morning at Rialto Beach in Washington, a man noticed tiny, strange creatures crawling across the sand. Curious, he picked one up and began to film it. The creature's body was almost crystal clear. It had 4 tiny black eyes and delicate appendages that twitched as it moved. Later, he searched online and discovered its name, Phronima. The mysterious thing about this sea creature is that it uses its transparent body to camouflage, hiding from predators while hunting its prey. Giant crocodile. There had been reports of a huge creature near Port Blair in the Andaman Islands, so a team of Navy guards was sent to investigate. What they saw was unbelievable. A massive animal was lying in the water, its head submerged. Only its rough, scaly tail and the spiky ridges along its back were visible, making it look just like a crocodile. But no crocodiles had ever been seen in this area before. One of the guards suggested it might be Gustav, the dangerous crocodile of the legend. Shocked and unsure what to do, they immediately called the wildlife department to take it away. Mexican tetra. A few months ago, a strange video was shared on Instagram and gained significant attention. A man was visiting the Balsas River in Mexico when he saw a strange creature floating in the water. The creature had whiskers on its mouth and a bright blue body that resembled a fish, but he was seeing this kind of fish for the first time in his life. So he asked the tour guide, who claimed that it was a Mexican tetra, a cave blindfish. Have you ever seen a fish like it before? Unknown ocean giant. A man was fishing near Lima, Peru, when he spotted a strange creature gliding through the water. Its back was huge, rounded and patterned in gray and white, moving across the surface at a fast speed. At first, he thought it might be a giant ray, but it was far larger than any ray he had ever seen. Stunned, he went home and asked his grandfather, who had spent 40 years studying sea creatures. But even he couldn't identify it. To this day, no one knows what it was. What do you think he saw that day? Karadag monster. On the 11th of October 2023, a strange video was uploaded to YouTube that left viewers shocked. It showed two dark, shadowy creatures in the water, drifting unnervingly close to a tourist boat near Vladivostok, Russia. They had sunken eyes and mouths full of sharp teeth. The tourists claimed it was Karadog, a Russian mythological creature, but people online quickly dismissed the clip as a hoax, since no authorities have confirmed what it really was. Spiny sea lobster. On a routine night, a fisherman went to the Sargasso Sea in Bermuda when he unintentionally caught a massive sea creature. He had set the bait and waited for hours to catch a fish when he suddenly felt something pulling the line. Hoping it was a big catch, he pulled it in and caught this strange creature. It had an orange-colored body, two horn-like antennae above its eyes, and a powerful tail and legs. He brought it to shore, and the other fishermen were also shocked to see it. Later, it was identified as a spiny sea lobster. Now it's time for today's most shocking subscribers' pick of the day. And I believe that after watching this clip, you'll keep thinking about the mysteries still hiding in the depths of the oceans. There have been rumors on social media about the legendary sea beast Leviathan in the Pacific Ocean. So, naval forces were sent to search the area from the sky, and what they spotted in the middle of the sea was heart-stopping. A giant, serpent-like creature was floating in the water. It had a gigantic hood and was approximately 100 meters in length. The forces were left shocked, and before they could spread the net to capture it, the creature vanished into the depths of the water. After struggling for hours, they could